What's up, guys? This is Nick Oz.
This is Will.
And this is The Surge Webisode 6. And what you guys just heard was a track from Chunk No Captain Chunk off their new album, Pardon My French, called Restart. And it's a pretty awesome song from their step up to Something for Nothing. And I gotta say, this band has really... I'm proud of this band. I've supported them since I've heard of them in 2010, and now they've worked with Joey Sturgis on this album. They toured Warped Tour, and they toured the States quite a few times, and that should happen more often. And have you heard of Chunk No Captain Chunk, dude?
I have. You and Brian have been talking about them a lot.
Yeah, and like, did we? He showed you a track, didn't he?
I think he did, and I liked it.
Yeah, and like they're like a French version of like I don't want to say they're in the genre concept of A Day to Remember, 4 Years Strong, and a lot of bands alike, like Close to Home, Close Your Eyes, Stick to Your Guns, The Wonder Years, you name it. They're in that realm of music, of the genre of what they profound. And yeah, I mean, this band has really stepped up to the occasion, and I enjoy every minute of Pardon My French. And it's, I mean, I still listen to it right now. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure by the time the end of this episode, I'm going to go back and listen to it again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and this album has been out since Tuesday, April 30th. And if you guys haven't bought the album yet, go ahead. What are you waiting for? Go get it.
Yes.
And yeah, and we're gonna take the time to share another track off this album, and this song actually had like a contest going on for the amount of people who shared this on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram or something. And if you shared the most or got more people into it the most, you win a GoPro camera. I was a part of that. Still have not heard anything if I won or not. So.
Well, I hope you do.
I hope I do.
GoPro
yeah, it's a
camera,
freaking GoPro camera. I mean, I know. I mean, I even have something in store for GoPro cameras, and I'm not telling you. That's for a later webisode. So yeah, here's Taking Chances by Chunk No Captain Chunk off their album Pardon My French. Hope you guys enjoy. That was Taking Chances by Chunk No Captain Chunk off their new album, Pardon My French, and it's out in stores and online now. And if you guys, like I said, if you guys haven't had it yet, haven't had the chance to listen to it yet, or if you guys are a huge pop punk, easy core, metalcore, or in the gray area kind of music like that, I highly recommend you guys listen to Chunk No Captain Chunk, especially their two albums, Something for Nothing, and their newest release, Pardon My French. Yeah, go ahead. What are you guys waiting for? Go get the album. So
I like that name, Pardon My French.
Yeah, because they're French.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, and the artwork's awesome, too. I mean, like, is that Napoleon on a horse?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm going, whoa, this is pretty freaking badass, I'm telling you. So, what's next on the list, Will?
It looks like Streetlight Manifesto.
Yeah, Streetlight Manifesto has a new album out now. Also came out on the same day that Chunk No Captain Chunk's album came out. And the album is called The Hands That Thieve. And this band played Warped Tour last year, and my two friends got to see them, and those guys are obnoxious. For a ska mariachi punk band, they're pretty friggin' obnoxious, I'm telling you.
No, they're pretty good. You just showed me them. And...
Yeah, it's their new song that we're gonna share on this webisode pretty soon. Yeah, like in a few seconds. But to disclose on their sound, these guys are amazing. Like I don't know how you can put ska, mariachi, and punk all in one band. You know what I'm saying?
Some people can just do it, man.
Yeah,
some
I mean, like
good.
Some people. I'm telling you, bands like this have quite the concept. Like, for example, if they were to say, "Look, I want to put chili peppers and olives and tomato sauce all together in one pizza." I mean, you know what I'm saying? Some people will eat that pizza, some people won't, and
I'll eat it without the chili peppers.
Well, I'm just saying with the mariachi kind of.
Yeah.
That's why I say chili peppers, because that's what I hear. Like mariachi, I think chili peppers with food. So anyway, yeah. So here's we're gonna share you this track that's been out for a while now for promoting this album of Streetlight Manifesto called The Hands That Thieve, and this song is called The Three of Us. And so here you go. Here's The Three of Us by Streetlight Manifesto off their new album, The Hands That Thieve. And once again, I hope you guys all enjoy it.
I will never defend a man who make amends with any enemy's friends. I will never pretend.
Was The Three of Us by Streetlight Manifesto off their.
Good.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
It was an amazing song, and they're a band full of talent, I'm telling you. And yeah, that's off their new album, The Hands That Thieve. If you guys like ska, if you get like mariachi for that matter, if you like punk, we highly recommend you guys listen to this band, especially their new album that we're jibber jabbering about, and their past albums. They even have a cover album out, and they do some pretty obscure covers. I'm telling you, they did Such Great Heights by Postal Service.
I think I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, and they did some pretty obscure. They have some pretty obscure music. I'm telling you, but it's awesome. So yeah, that's the Streetlight Manifesto album news, and like yeah, under the new one, we're gonna take a drift away from the punk or pop punk easycore genre and ska genre to some pretty metal hardcore stuff. So
I hope you guys like that stuff.
Yeah.
Then why are you listening to us?
Yeah, why are you listening to us? But we want you to listen to us if you like us, but like, I mean, come on. Like, we don't want to hate. We don't want to hate, I'm telling you. But anyway, here's we got some news of this band called Terror, and they got a new album out for about a month now, I think. Yeah, about a month, and the album's called Live by the Code, and this album's pretty brutal. I'm telling you, brutal, fast-paced, and slow-paced when it has to be. And this band's gone down a pretty funny road. I'm telling you. Like at first, I thought they quit. When I first heard of Terror, I heard that they were old school. I heard that they were. I mean, wow. I mean, this band's crazy. And they're playing the All Stars tour. Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah, they're playing the All Stars tour with Every Time I Die. They even toured with Every Time I Die several times, and that's pretty awesome. And yeah, we're gonna share a new track off that album called "The Good Die Young," and well, which is a true statement. Sometimes the good do die young.
Yes, it's true.
And but anyway, yeah. So here's "The Good Die Young" by Terror off their new album "Live by the Code," and hope you guys enjoy it.
Come so swiftly to leave us all bitter and alone. The brotherhood's reduced to war scarred in empty snow. Lasting memories of you, we stand thinking all the good times that we shared are still alive in all of us. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Only the good die young. You're still living through all of us. The bonds of friendship, those are the states that we lived in. God knows I miss them so much. Still alive in all of us. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Only the good die young. You're still living through all of us. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Only the good die young. Dreams die fast as silver rust. Cut down hard by the reaper's hand. Dreams die fast, the end crashes in. Look at me now, can't find myself without you. In the blink of an eye.
That was "Live by the Code" by Terror off their new album. That was "The Good Die Young." "The Good Die Young" by Terror off their new album "Live by the Code." Sorry for reversing album names with song names. I mean, like that's just a horrible mess for everyone.
It happens.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. Like, forgive me. Anyway, so yeah, if you guys enjoy that kind of stuff, going by Terror's new album, "Live by the Code." I'm telling you, it's worth buying, worth listening to. And yeah. Anyway, we're on to some other news. Not other news. Another release, but this album's been out for 2 months now, and I always keep leaving it out, and I always keep backtracking or keep sitting it on the side, and I feel guilty whenever I do this. I go, I want to listen to it. I want to invest my time in listening to this music and listening to these new albums and stuff, but I just never do because of education, because of my job, because of life in general. I mean, it sucks, but now I finally had the time to listen to this album. We're going to talk about this band called The Color Morale, and this band has been out for like 2 or 3 years now, maybe even longer than that. They've probably put out some EPs I never even knew about, or demos. But they got a new album out called No Hope. No as in N, not N, K-N-O-W, not N-O. Like, it's...
Like, I know hope.
Yeah, people should know hope. No pun intended. Yeah, and this album has been out since March, and they even had a track out for a while for this album called "Learned Behavior," and we're gonna share that track in a few seconds. But I show you the song. What did you think of it?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
you guys will love it. I promise.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Like, they're kind of like the math rock with metalcore-ish and experimental kind of sound, I guess, but really brutal and really in your face and stuff. They kind of remind me of Norma Jean meets The Devil Wears Prada in a way, I guess, and some.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see it too, and yeah, it's amazing. before we go to the track, what did you think of the what can you tell me that was different from their past albums?
I have no idea, man. Just the vocals. The vocals were different.
Yeah.
Everything was different.
Yeah, I agree with you on the vocals, because the vocals in this album No Hope were a lot more high pitched and gnarly kind of sound, and I think it's really
that's when
different from from the guttural kind of it's
that's when I listened to them. Is with the,
and it's different and it's diverse. I mean, they haven't negated from the guttural sound. I just think they did need a little diverse quality and range when it came to vocal stuff. So enough jibber jabbering about the album and critiquing it. We're gonna share a track off of it called "Learned Behavior," and off their No Hope album. So here's "Learned Behavior" by The Color Morale, and we hope you guys enjoy it. And here's "Learned Behavior."
We are the same days. One way too low, one way too young to trade our day. Stuck in the same contract, we just wanna be free. Or is you sick of knowing that you can truly be something that stays and makes a difference before we leave? Or is you sick of hearing all the pain in me? I'm just sick of being sick from the same days.
That was "Learned Behavior" by The Color Morale off their album No Hope. If you guys don't have the album already by any chance, we highly recommend you guys to get it, and we highly recommend you guys to listen to it. And yeah, if you guys have it already, that's awesome, and you're supporting this band, you're doing what you're doing, that's great. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about The Color Morale. And yeah, that pretty much concludes everything we got to talk about for albums that are already out and or have just released and everything. So now on to album news and new album news. So what's on the list?
We have The Main has a new album coming out.
Yeah, they got a new album coming out this summer, and I find it ironic that their new album is coming out on my dad's birthday.
That is weird.
Yeah, it is pretty weird. My dad's not even into this kind of music. Well, he probably is. Like, he'd probably like The Main, but I think it's too soft for his taste. He's kind of in the gray area when it comes to music, and he's diverse like myself, just in a different diverse.
My father likes Elvis Presley and the Beatles.
Sounds like my dad too. The Main has their new album is called Forever Halloween, and I find it weird that they're coming out with an album with that name, not in October,
but in June.
In June. I mean, it was like, wow, this album must have a very weird concept or a very weird meaning behind it. I'm telling you.
It's probably gonna be weird though. It's probably gonna give you that scary vibe, but probably not.
Yeah, or just kind of that like that creepy tone, but also still in the soft alternative rock punk genre. But yeah, they're also touring here soon. We're gonna talk about in our next update. But yeah, they're touring. They're going on tour with A Rocket to the Moon, This Century, and Pure Volume, and that's gonna be a pretty interesting tour because I grew up with those bands and they're pretty amazing. And yeah, that's the main news. And now going to like a more punk sound. And this band's been around for a while. They went on hiatus for a year, and
if you guys haven't heard of them, where have you been?
Yeah, and now they're back on the road with 2 new albums, and then now with this news, Yellow Card is coming out with another album, or working on another album this year. I'm going, wow, that's just like the new albums and the new songs, just they never stop with this band. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, whoa, we know that you guys just recently came back, but I need time to memorize these songs when it comes to seeing your shows. You
They
know?
still got that drummer with the dreadlocks?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
guy's awesome.
Longinu. Yeah, they got Longinu still in the band.
Okay,
They got the violinist still. They got Sean Mackin in the band still.
Of course. I mean, it wouldn't be Yellow Card
without the violinist. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's crazy. And yeah, I saw this band in January with my girlfriend, and they put on a hell of a good show. I mean, they're spontaneous. They do what they do best, and I'm telling you, they're awesome. Yeah, their new album is guesstimated to come out towards maybe late fall, early winter. They haven't disclosed
a name yet.
A name, and they haven't disclosed an official release date or anything, because I think they're still in the writing process, and I don't know if they're working with Neil Averon again with their past albums that they worked on. And yeah, we'll have more to disclose in later webisodes on Yellow Cards. So yeah, that's the news of that. And now going to a more like going more heavier. We're gonna talk about this band called Alisana, and Alisana's coming out with a new album soon. And myself, I go down a funny road with Alisana, because I have friends that aren't that big of fans of them. I have friends of mine that are big fans of them, and it's funny because I'm kind of on an on and off relationship when it comes to Alisana. And like, I love their first album. Their second album's okay. I love indefinitely their third album, The Emptiness. I still have yet to hear the full album of A Place Where the Sun Is Silent, their fourth release. And now hearing that they're working on a new album, I don't know how they're gonna still top The Emptiness, but they're pretty awesome. They're kind of like this the way their sound is like, it fits kind of like the Chiodos. They're kind of like Chiodos, and other than that, they're also kind of their own sound, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's just the best way I can describe Alisana. But Alisana's I still have yet to see them live. Hopefully they come to Seattle soon again, like when it comes to their release, and hopefully I'll enjoy them. Maybe I won't, I don't know, but I heard that they're fantastic live. I heard that they're very nice guys. But yeah, that's pretty much what I gotta say about Alisana themselves. But yeah, they're coming out with a new album, or working on a new album. I'm not so sure if it's gonna come out towards early, mid, maybe late fall, or they still haven't said anything about release dates. I don't know if they might be working with Chris Crummett again, like they did on their last two albums, but that's still later to disclose on a later webisode. But yeah, like hopefully you guys are amped up to hear that they're coming out with new material. But yeah, that's Alisana news. Maybe you want to talk about this next one, Will. How do you feel about this news that we're going to be talking about?
I feel pretty good about it.
All right.
Dance Gavin Dance.
Yeah, Dance Gavin Dance is have been working on a new album for a while now. And
who's the singer now?
Tillian Pearson. He used to be in a band called Tides of Man, and Tillian Pearson's been has also been down a funny road, because he went from being in Tides of Man, and then quitting Tides of Man to be his own solo person, and then he did a few demos with. You remember the band Seosin?
Yeah, I remember Seosin.
Yeah, and Lord knows what's happening to that band. Seriously, I haven't heard much about Seosin. But anyway, Tillian Pearson went from like auditioning and doing demos with Seosin to doing a small, or filling in for vocals for this band called Emarosa, to filling in vocals for Dance Gavin Dance, now a permanent member for Dance Gavin Dance. And I'm going, maybe this could be a perfect fit for him. It could be, because no offense to Johnny Craig, or to you it could be offensive, but yeah, I think he's just ran his course with Dance Gavin Dance. Maybe he belongs to be solo. Maybe, I don't even know if he's going back to Emarosa, but there's not much to disclose about Johnny Craig. But anyway, yeah, Dance Gavin Dance is working on a new album. I think they're working with Chris Crummett again, because hopefully it'll be better than the last album that they worked on with the.
Wasn't the guy from A Lot Like Birds was in there?
I think so. No. I think that was when he was in. That was when Happiness came out.
Happiness. I like Happiness.
Yeah, Happiness was with the guy from A Lot Like Birds, and then he went on to do A Lot Like Birds, and then they did a different album with Johnny Craig and the original members in there. They did Downtown Battle Mountain 2, and it was an okay album, but anyway, that's Dance Gavin Dance news, and we'll have more to disclose on that on a later webisode. And I am amped to talk about this news, because before I woke up, at the time when I woke up this morning, checking my Facebook, I see a studio update from this band, The Devil Wears Prada, and now everything is shed to light, because on our first webisode, we didn't have much to disclose. Like, we talked about, yes, they were indeed working on and demoing and writing a new album, and they haven't disclosed who they didn't disclose who they were working with. Like I said, it was going to be Timbaland bassist, but I was completely wrong. It was even better news. It was even better news because, they are officially now in the studio, getting new material out for this year, and they are working with Matt Goldman and Adam Duckowitz from Killswitch Engage, and they worked with him on their last album, and now they got Adam D and Matt Goldman together for their new album. And the fun fact I want to share about this is that they did 2 albums with one of my other favorite bands, Under Oath, who are recently disbanded. They did Define the Great Line and Lost in the Sound of Separation with them. And I love both those albums. And now that The Devil Wears Prada is working with Adam D and Matt Goldman, the same team that worked on the 2 Under Oath albums that I really enjoyed, is just mind-blowing to me. Like, this is the best news I've heard since J.J. Abrams is working on Star Wars. Seriously. I'm like, I am in for a big treat with this album because I want to talk about my opinion on this because I enjoy Dead Throne so much, but I don't know if I'm hoping it'll top Dead Throne because they're working with 2 very creative producers to come out with the best album that they can for a band that's similar in the genre of Under Oath. And this album could have more depth, this album could be even darker, this album could have more layers to it, and it could even have a better method of thinking, I guess, because the 2 albums that Under Oath came out with, Define the Great Line and Lost in the Sound, they changed my life completely. And now I agree. And now that The Devil Wears Prada is working with the same team that gave us those albums, is I'm on the horse with this. I'm totally really on board with everything that's going on. This album could be the best album since Dead Throne.
I'm gonna have to check that out when it comes out.
Yeah, and so now that I've discussed my opinion on this, we're probably looking at a fall release of this album. They haven't titled it yet because I think they just recently hopped into the studio. And if you guys want to hear more news about that, like I said, they got a studio update on YouTube, and they're gonna have more coming up, and maybe we'll get a new track somewhere towards August. I don't know, but it'll be awesome. I can't wait for more Devil Wears Prada news because I'm a huge Devil Wears Prada fan. They're number 3 on my list, and hopefully they'll come back soon with the release of their new album. So that's the Devil Wears Prada new album news, and now we're going to talk about somewhat new album, new music news. Oh Sleeper is going through an Indiegogo campaign, just like Austrian Death Machine did for their Triple Brutal album that they're coming out with soon, and they're looking for a $33,000 goal to get a new trailer and put out a new EP. And if they surpass that goal, if they surpass $30,000, they're gonna work on another EP immediately after Warped Tour, and because they're going on the Warped Tour. And so they got an album coming out during Warped Tour, and then they got They got an EP coming out during Warped Tour, and then they got an EP coming out after Warped Tour, and it's gonna combine together, becoming a new album. That's what they said, and it's gonna be it's gonna be completely awesome. And I'm a huge Oh Sleeper fan. They're also like number 5 on my list.
Well, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're sick.
I gotta admit, they're pretty good.
Yeah, I love this band, and I love their lyrics. I love their sound, and I have to say they're like the most original metalcore-ish experimental rock band I have ever heard in my life. Because I try, like, when it comes to me sitting down listening to music, I try to go, who do they sound like to me? But then I go, they sound like an original band, like, because I can't put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, Oh Sleeper is its own band, and I love Oh Sleeper, and like I like bands that are just original like that. So yeah, and the cheapest that they're going with for if you guys want to help them out, if you pay $5, they're going to give you a personalized tweet for your support. And I don't know if you're a rich kid or if you won the lottery by any chance, but if you just so happen to be a No Sleeper fan and have $50,000, they will give you their own personal equipment that they worked on for albums, touring, etc., and like their guitars, their mics, their drums, their basses, amps, everything, and they'll give it to you personally. But
that'd be so cool.
I don't know a rich kid who's into that kind of stuff, or anyone who's won the lottery by any chance and happens to be into that.
There's got to be at least one person out there that'd be willing to do that.
But yeah, they got that from like thanking you in their new EP when it comes out, and getting a physical copy of it, digital copy of it, getting a new hoodie, getting artwork, which is already sold out. What else? Yeah, and they're having a pizza party. They're having a trailer crash and burn party because they're sick of their old trailer that busted down since they're trying to get a new trailer, and they're gonna personally burn it to the ashes. And there's a few people that paid for that. I don't live in Texas, so I can't pay for that. So because they're from Texas.
Yeah.
So yeah, that and. I don't know if when their EP is supposed to come out, but we got to find out if they surpass their goal or not, or like once the goal's going on. But they still have this campaign going on till towards the end of May. And if you guys love Oh Sleeper, go support them any way possible. I'm trying my best to. I want to be added into the thank yous for myself and of the members of the Surge, because we indeed love this kind of music and we love this band. And so yeah, and that's pretty much what we got to say about Oh Sleeper. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So now we're gonna add a new segment to our webisode series called Twitter Shoutouts, because we have a Twitter up, and we have up to like 260 followers, dude.
Holy crap.
And counting.
Holy crap.
That's awesome. And we even got some bands that we talk about and that we like the type of bands that we listen to that are following us already. And we're gonna have a shout out towards this awesome band from Canada. I think they're from Canada.
They're Canadian.
Yeah, I'll feel like a dumbass if that's not true. Silverstein, we want to make a shout out to you guys, and thank you for following us.
Thank you.
Yeah, we love
awesome.
you guys. You're awesome, and we can't wait to see you guys at Warped Tour. And we want to thank you guys. Hopefully, we'll get you on our webisode series at some point and talk about you guys, or have an interview with you guys.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, and or maybe towards the near future when I get my education and the money and get a radio station up, and we'll have them on our radio show. It would be awesome. And we want to share some small news and a track. Their new album, This Is How the Wind Shifts, has been out for a while now, and if you guys haven't listened to it yet or got it yet, go get it. It's a pretty awesome album, and we're going to share a new track off that album called Massachusetts. So here's Massachusetts by Silverstein, and once again, Silverstein, thank you for following us, and here's our thanks to you for sharing a track, and here's Massachusetts by Silverstein.
She's cutting out the process, forgetting your excuses for being here. With a suitcase packed and waiting by the door, lay around, convinced herself she hasn't lost enough to quit. But tonight she lays here thinking, what if I just left in the middle of the night?
Massachusetts by Silverstein off their This Is How the Wind Shifts album. They're playing the Warped Tour this summer, and go support this band. They're really awesome. Yeah, and once again, thank you. Now we're going to talk about an even heavier band. They've been around for a while. This band called Chimera. Yeah, they've toured with a lot of awesome bands like Killswitch Engage. I think they toured with As I Lay Dying. They toured with Killswitch Engage. Yeah, I already said Killswitch Engage. They toured with I think they toured with Norma Jean at one point. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Yeah, and we want to thank you, Chimera, for following us on Twitter, and we appreciate your music. We think you guys are awesome, and we're thankful at the fact that you guys still exist. Because I'm not so sure how many metal fans or hardcore fans would feel if they found out one day that, oh my god, they quit. What? That's how I felt when Under Oath quit.
Isn't the Chimera like a lion, snake, sheep?
Yeah, like it's like a Greek creature, but yeah.
That's weird.
No, it's a band. So, but yeah, that's awesome, and they have a new album out too, I think. And I totally forgot the album name. I feel so sorry, Chimera, that I totally blanked on your new album, but we do know the name of your new song that we're going to share, and here's our thanks to you, from you guys, or to you guys, and their song called "The Year of the Snake." It's pretty awesome. It's pretty metal. Yeah, and so here's "The Year of the Snake" by Chimera. Once again, thank you, Chimera, for following us, and once again, "Year of the Snake" by Chimera. That was Year of the Snake by Chimera off their recent album that I totally forgot their name of, and I will probably correct myself when I put this in the cutting room floor, where I'll be like, oh, album title, and buy the band, and thank you, kind of thing. So, so yeah, and last but not least, towards our Twitter shoutouts, we got the band Cartel, which is a pop punk band,
Yeah.
and like around that era, and yeah,
They're kind of old, aren't they?
yeah, they've been around for a while, and Brian saw them with Set Your Goals last year, and he told me that they were an awesome band live, and they're playing with Newfound Glory this year on their Sticks and Stones tour.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and hopefully we can go and probably thank them personally for following us on Twitter. So, Cartel, we want to thank you for following us on Twitter, and we also appreciate the music that you're putting out, and that the stuff that you're doing and everything, and yeah, I mean, we appreciate your music, we love your music, we appreciate your live performances, and we support you guys 100%. Hopefully you guys support us 100%, along with the other two bands that we talked about. And yeah, we also got a track to share from Cartel off their I can't remember if it's a new album or if it's an EP, and I forgot the name of this album,
We're
too.
sorry!
We are so sorry that we haven't invested the time to memorize all your guys' albums and names and stuff. We're going to correct ourselves to put it on the cutting room floor and putting in, like, the annotations of, like, the bands and the names and the album names and this, and that, and the purpose. But, But yeah, but we do have the song that we want to share, and the song's called "Uninspired," and this is a pretty awesome pop punk song. And yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll get to see them with Newfound Glory. So anyway, so here's "Uninspired" by Cartel. Once again, thank you, Cartel, for following us. And here's "Uninspired" by Cartel.
I'm a bit overwhelmed. Some may call it uninspired. But what is there left to do when someone's so young and admired? And what's the point of it all if it just goes to waste? If I'm nothing more than currents riding on top of the waves. So now I'm writing this song like I've got something to say. Well, I've said it before, I'll say it again till I'm blue in the face. And what's the point of it all? To come apart at the seams if I'm never gonna be around to witness the dawn of my dreams. We're not giving up. Do I have courage to say what appears in my mind? Or am I still censored by all that it needs to comply? So now I find myself here with this person.
That was "Uninspired" by Cartel off their new EP album-ish stuff. Like I said, I'm sorry, but yeah, like I said, I will correct myself when it comes to doing stuff on the cutting room floor. So yeah, once again, thank you, Silverstein, Chimera, and Cartel for following us. We got more to talk about in the Twitter shoutouts in a later webisode because I just recently saw some more bands that were liking us and following us and etc. etc. So that's for another webisode for another time. So that concludes our Twitter shoutouts segment, and now onto a new music discovery. And we discovered quite a few, some that I discovered quite recently. This band called Beartooth, and if you guys don't know who Beartooth is, if you guys know who Caleb Shomo is, he used to be in a band called Attack Attack, and now he's and started a band called Beartooth. And like I said, I'm telling you, with Attack Attack, I went down a funny road with. That's another webisode for another time. But now that he's in Beartooth, I think the band is like way better. Like, it blows Attack Attack out of the water. No offense to Attack Attack fans, but or anything. I'm not looking to have any heated discussions about it. But yeah, I mean, this band is like 10 times and more in your face, and like the kind of genre that I would listen to on a daily basis. And they got a single out on iTunes, and we're gonna share that single. And this band is like this, and we hope you guys are supporting Caleb Shomo, and we hope you guys are supporting Beartooth. They're playing one single date on Warped Tour, and it is not Washington.
Of course.
Why?
Of course.
Why? Come to Washington. Anyway, so this track that we're going to share is called "I Have a Problem," and I gotta say, this band is kind of like elements of like The Devil Wears Prada meets Parkway Drive meets some early hardcore, like punkish kind of stuff, but it's just original in a way. I also feel some elements of Polar Bear Club in it, but it's just it's somewhat original, I gotta say. And there's nothing I can say that's similar to one band or another, but this band's kind of like the O Sleeper concept for me. It's just I can't pin like a band that they're like. So here's their single "I Have a Problem" by Beartooth, and hopefully you guys enjoy, and here you go. That was Beartooth's I Have a Problem single, and they're working on an EP soon, and hopefully you guys support this band 100% or maybe 75%, I guess. I don't know any percentages of how much you guys would support a band or not, but this band's awesome. They're getting better. They're hopefully going to play more tours. Just saying, because I'm now into Beartooth and Caleb Shomo's career now. So yeah, anyway, so next on the list is this band called Dayshell, and I recently discovered this band when I heard about the All-Stars tour lineup, and I was like, wait, I know Dayshell because Shaylee Bourget, I think that's how you say his name. He used to be in a band called Of Mice and Men.
Yeah.
He used to do guitar, then bass, and both positions of clean vocals, and now he left that band and started up Dayshell, and they are the most original experimental metal rock band I have ever heard, because there's not many elements of like normal screaming that you'd hear from like a stereotypical band like this. And yeah, I mean, and they recently signed to Sumerian Records, which is where I heard a more perfected music, because I only heard that they came out with one single. Then I heard that single, enjoyed that single, and have it on my iPod right now, and it's awesome. And it's going to be a track that we're going to share with you by them. And I don't know any bands that are relevant to them, but if you guys love Shaylee Bourget from when he used to be in A Mice and Men, or if you like A Mice and Men, or vice versa, or something like that, and support Shaylee Bourget at all, this band is worth listening to, worth the money, worth the time, probably worth the effort in seeing a show to, because I'm going to try and see them at All-Stars if they touch Washington. Yeah, so their track is called Share With Me, and we're going to share that track to you, so no pun intended. So here's the track Share With Me by Dayshell, and hopefully you guys enjoy.
Slowly I begin to
That was "Share With Me" by Dayshell, and it's a single. They're working on a debut album from off their Sumerian Records label, and I don't know who the producer is, but yeah, it's gonna be awesome, and it's original. Support this band 100%. They're trying to get their name out there, and hopefully with no competitiveness towards Mice and Men and stuff, because like they're I don't think there's any heat. Like they're just an awesome band. I'm just saying. So I'll let you talk about the next two bands.
Oh, I finally get to get this band out.
Yeah,
Corellia.
Corellia. We tried getting them in the last webisode, not the last webisode since that was a day to remember, but the last webisode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like I apologize for leaving that out, but
It's what it is, man.
yeah. So anyway, yeah. What can you say about this band?
I don't know much about them. I don't know their EP name right now. But if you guys like bands like Protest, you know, that type of sound, Protest the Hero, I guess I do.
Yeah.
Then you guys will love these people. The song that we're gonna show you is the sound of glaciers moving.
Yeah. So yeah, here's The Sound of Glaciers Moving by Corellia, and once again, hopefully you guys enjoy. That was The Sound of Glaciers Moving by Corellia off their yet-to-be-announced EP that my friend totally forgot. Sorry, I don't even know. I recently discovered them. I heard the song and I liked it. It's already released. We're not trying to say that it's not released or anything. We're forgetful with titles.
We are.
Sorry.
I heard about them from a friend named Tyler
right.
Boylan, which Sumerian is actually watching him right now because he's a fantastic guitarist.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Awesome.
So,
yeah, pretty amazing. And finally, we're going to talk about this other band that is also following us on Twitter. I was going to add them to the Twitter shoutouts, but I feel it more necessary to add them to New Music Discovery because I've never heard of this band.
Yeah.
And when I heard of them and heard their song and they told us, oh, go support us and stuff, I go, okay, yeah, we'll support you. We support you 100%. I even love the track that you guys gave us, and it's awesome. And this band is called Nobody Takes Vegas, and they're kind of like Polar Bear Club meets Stick to Your Guns kind of thing, and maybe a little elements of pop punk, but yeah, they're pretty awesome, I gotta say. And their song that we're going to share by them is called Riding in Cars with Bears. And I forgot the name of the album or EP that this is off of. I just saw the music video of it and thought the song was pretty awesome. And anyway, so here's Riding in Cars with Bears by Nobody Takes Vegas. But since you're in the New Music Discovery that we could have added in Twitter shoutouts, we want to also thank you, Nobody Takes Vegas, for following us on Twitter. But since you're a New Music Discovery, since you're a new discovery to us, and we just want to also thank you at the time too. So here's the track, and hopefully you guys enjoy. that was Riding in Cars with Bears by Nobody Takes Vegas, and yeah, go support this band 100%. They're on the same label as this band called Action Item, and hopefully they're going to be playing like the Ernie Ball stage at Warped Tour or something. I don't know, but
I like the name.
Nobody Takes Vegas.
Well, the Riding in Cars with Bears.
Oh yeah.
Isn't there a movie called Riding in Cars with Boys?
Yeah.
And then Blink 182 came out with like some sort of DVD called Riding in Bands with Boys.
Oh. That's funny. That's funny. It's really funny.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
Yeah, exactly. So that concludes our new music discovery, and this is pretty much our closure for our Webisode 6. And our upcoming webisodes, we got the Warped Tour 3-part webisode coming up sometime this month, probably towards the end of the month. We got Flick Pick Friday coming up sometime next week, since we're seeing Iron Man 3 tonight. And we also want to take the time to apologize about the fact that we had to postpone or like completely cut out all other April movies that came out last month, because we had a week hiatus of doing webisodes, and we also didn't have the time nor the money to see the movies that we promised, like Jurassic Park and Oblivion. But you did see Evil Dead.
I saw Evil Dead, even though it's an old movie. I'm probably going to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We're going to talk about it in the next webisode. It's just
we're
going to talk about
talking about.
Yeah, it is. And we just we wanted to take the time to apologize about like the delays on the stuff that we wanted to talk about. But anyway, expect a Flick Pick Friday webisode up soon, sometime next week. And same with Saturday Gaming Extravaganza. I'm playing BioShock Infinite right now, trying to beat it with the time that I have. And yeah, I already beat Injustice: Gods Among Us. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some other video game news, like the announcement for Batman Arkham Origins.
It's going to be so cool.
It is going to be awesome. And we got more news to discuss on that one. Like a lot of exciting news, a lot of exciting games that are coming out this year that we're hyped about. And yeah, so expect those coming up very soon. And this concludes our Webisode 6 of the Surge. And once again, I'm Nick Oz.
I'm Will.
And this is The Surge, signing off.